I next want to call Brad Luckhardt to the stage. Brad Luckhardt brought outstanding experience to the Organizational Change Management Program, having recently worked as the Director of Business Development at Tides, a nonprofit social enterprise providing financial and management services to nonprofits and philanthropists committed to positive social change. He also previously worked in Eastern Ukraine as a school teacher and community organizer with the Peace Corps. While at Milano, Brad worked on an important project focusing on founder transitions at nonprofit organizations. After graduating, Brad will join Community Resource Exchange, a nonprofit consulting firm supporting New York City nonprofits focused on social initiatives. Please come to the podium, Brad.
Hello, graduates. That sounds nice, doesn't it? There's a nice ring to it. Faculty, friends and family. I also want to give a shout out to, where's the live stream over here? I want to give a shout out to my family watching in San Francisco, California, and in Bemidji, Minnesota. During my time here at the new school, I have walked side by side with classmates who spent their days organizing protests for action on climate change and justice for Black lives taken by police. Those same classmates spent their nights catching up on homework for their classes. I have worked on school projects with a classmate who spent her breaks helping her teenage triplets go off to college, only to come back here to focus on her own studies of organizational change and environmental sustainability. I have been in class discussions about theories of organizational change with classmates who work full-time to help their organizations change the way they deliver education to students with developmental disabilities and health services to transgender people. Our studies and our struggles go hand in hand. Before arriving at the new school, I worked for a nonprofit. It was founded in the 70s by someone inspired by the social movements in the 60s. It was an organization focused on social, environmental, and racial justice. Its purpose was to help progressive donors support radical causes, such as needle exchange programs at the height of the AIDS crisis, and campaigns to abolish the death penalty in an era of mass incarceration. I came to the new school to better understand how mission-driven organizations, such as these, evolve over time. How can they transition from a first generation of leadership under the founder to a second generation under their successor? I wanted to learn how to help these nonprofits better manage change inside their own organization so that they could continue to advance positive social change outside of it. The new school attracted me thanks to its own founding story. In 1917, a group of professors resigned from Columbia, the old school. Snipe. In protest of that university's requirement to sign a loyalty oath to the US government. They started a new progressive institution of learning committed to adult education and social equality, open to all. The new school would carry on this mission by opening its doors to scholars fleeing fascism in Europe in the 30s. My research here has focused on what happens at an organization as the founding generation of leaders departs. And what I've learned is that transitioning to subsequent generations depends on members of an organization sincerely and thoughtfully answering the question, where do we go from here? Which of our founding principles is really at the core of what makes us uniquely capable of creating value for our community? What needs to change within us to adapt to the times around us? How do we make our founding principles relevant today? Or maybe the harder question is, are those principles still relevant today? I am in awe of my fellow graduates here with me today. Your actions renew this school's progressive values. Protesting academic and government repression in 1917, providing a haven for scholars fleeing fascism in 1933, demanding that our own institution divest from fossil fuels in 2015, stating clearly yesterday, today, and tomorrow that Black lives matter. Where the new school goes from here will be up to the next generation of students and faculty. Where we go from here, as graduates, is up to us. I hope wherever you go, you find the opportunity to use what we learned here in meeting rooms and classrooms and in the streets to carry on our struggles for justice. Thank you, and congratulations.